G'day guys, welcome back to the Leaf Blob Revolution guide, and in this guide I'll be talking about how to speed up your crafting, as well as how to increase your chances of getting a higher tier leaf. So let's start off with how to increase the chances of gaining a higher tier leaf. So to better understand what I am talking about, let's head over to the crafting tab, and in the bottom right we can go over to the probabilities tab right here. Out of 10,000 simulated crafts, we can see that the sand, ancient, and sacred leaf are being able to be crafted with their respected chances of being crafted. For the sand leaf, it's around 74, the ancient's about 13, and the sacred's about 12% chance of being crafted. You may have more leaves here, maybe 4 or 6 of them, and sometimes your highest tier leaf there can be under 1% or still a very low percentage. So how do you increase that percentage to be more in your favor so you're able to craft those higher tier leaves for those better bonuses? Well, for instance, we can head over to the challenges if you want to do a challenge and scroll all the way down to the World of Leafcraft challenge. Once completed, this will give you a craft rarity chance of +5, which means that you'll get a better chance of getting those higher tier leaves. Another way of increasing your chances of crafting those higher tier leaves is going to be in the BLC shop with a 25 levels in craft hammer. These craft hammers are going to be the upgrades that you want to get to increase the chances of crafting those rarer or higher tier leaves. In this BLC shop, you'll gain an additional 25 levels when maxed out. If you think you are able to get a higher tier leaf, then make sure you upgrade the craft forge here, as this will increase your crafting level, meaning that if you were stuck at a mythical leaf and upgrade this, you can go up to a lava leaf, which will definitely help giving you better bonuses. Another really easy way to increase your chances of increasing those crafting rates are going to be the crafting scroll. This will increase your chances by 25%, a very easy way of increasing those chances. Some other places that you can get the craft hammer are going to be through the malt shop with an additional 10 levels. The next shop is going to be the Moonstone shop with some other really good upgrades for crafting, but this shop also gains 10 levels into craft hammer as well. The MLC shop does gain another 25 levels into craft hammer, and also gives craft forge another 5 levels as well, all the way up to ancient leaves. So if you are Nebula Plus, then you're able to go into the Sacred Nebula leaves, and each Sacred Nebula leaf above Sacred leaves will give an additional 2 crafting level upgrades. So the Biotite shop gives you an additional 2, the Malachite gives you another 2, and the Hammer will give you another 2 upgrades as well into that craft hammer. The Hematite leaves will also give you an additional craft forge 4 for your fusing leaves together. If you are Energy Belt Plus, then the Plasma shop also has another 2 levels into craft hammer. That is it for increasing the amount of chance you can get in your crafted leaves, and hopefully you have enough upgrades in those to be able to effectively get those crafted leaves at the highest tier possible. So let's move on into how to speed up your crafting, meaning that if you are later game, especially Sacred Nebula, where you're trying to fuse as many leaves together, you want to be able to speed up your crafting as much as you can. So if you do have a stockpile of fusion shards, you're able to get rid of them as quickly as you can and fuse them into leaves that you can use. The really simple one that doesn't require any upgrades is going to be using an auto clicker of some kind to constantly hit this stop button here. Because you don't want to hit the craft button, you just want to hit the stop button here, but you want to have auto craft on. What this is going to do is just going to constantly and spam the stop button, meaning that every time that stop button is clicked, you're able to craft a leaf. So an auto clicker is going to be extremely helpful to with this stop button if you are active, or if you're able to leave it on AFK as well. But if that is not an option to you, there are some other ways to increase the rate that you can craft leaves. So let's head over to the gem shop, because there are some other upgrades that we need to talk about and get to be able to effectively farm and speed up your crafting. Now, the number one upgrade that we're going to have to get is going to be the auto fuse crafted leaves. This upgrade is basically necessary, as this enables automatic fusion of crafted leaves, and which is great, meaning that you don't have to manually fuse your leaves together. which also means that we don't have to check back every 5 minutes to fuse those leaves together, so we're able to get the next tier or refresh those crafted leaves. Also in the gem shop is going to be faster auto-crafting. This faster autocraft is going to reduce the autocraft delay by 15% per level, which is going back into our crafting tab, this little thing down here with autocraft. As we can see, around 3, 4, 5 times a second, this bar will stop and autocraft at a random point on the bar. So how do we decrease this delay even further? Well, we'd already talked about the one in the gem shop, but there are some others around as well. In the sand shop, there is a faster autocraft, but this time the delay is decreased by 2.5% with a maximum of 5 levels in that area. In the moonstone shop, there is also an additional 2.5% autocraft delay as well, just so we can decrease that delay even further. In the MLC shop, there is an additional 5 levels into faster autocraft, this time with an autocraft reduced by 5% as well. Now, one thing in the coal shop as well, if you are at that stage as well, you can get a level increase of craft forge as well, and depending on the bosses that you've killed, you can start crafting sacred, and also my predictions is going to be biotite leaves as well, which will be very helpful if you're trying to get coal leaves. Now that is all into speeding up your crafted leaves and getting the highest tier with the highest chance that you can. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below, and also make sure you subscribe and leave a like as well, and I'll see you on in the next one.